Good day, I am Naomi Tiborsio and this is PTV News Now. An international commercial flight from North Korea landed in Beijing for the first time in 3 years and after the COVID-19 pandemic began. Air Koryo passenger flight JS151 arrived from Pyongyang on Tuesday morning. But before this, an Air Koryo flight to Beijing was abruptly cancelled at the last minute on Monday for unknown reasons. It was also not specified who was on such a flight. The Chinese Foreign Ministry says Beijing has already approved the return flights to China by North Korea's state carrier Air Koryo. However, it is not mentioned what the weekly frequency would be. Former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra has returned to Thailand after 50 years of self-imposed exile. This was a few hours before the parliament voted on a new prime minister. The billionaire figurehead left the country in 2008 before they could jail him for abuse of power. He arrived by private jet at a terminal in Don Mueang Airport with his family. He smiled graciously to his supporters and waved to them before he was taken to prison, where he will serve for 8 years. Another Filipino has been added to the death toll in the wildfires in Maui, Hawaii. According to Department of Foreign Affairs Under Secretary Eduardo De Vega, the victim was identified as Rodolfo Rokutan, 76 years old. The Philippine consulate assured assistance to the families of the victims and assumed responsibility for the cremation and repatriation of the remains back home to the Philippines. Right now, the confirmed dead in the wildfires is still at 114, but will likely increase as search and rescue operations keep on, according to Foreign Affairs Assistant Secretary Paul Cortez. Meanwhile, the DFA is also taking care of the travel documents of Filipinos in Hawaii who lost them in the blaze.
Tinutulungan po natin sila mag-rebuild ng kanilang documentation, birth certificate, marriage contract, and so forth and so on. And hopefully, para sa mga kababayan natin na in Maui or in Lahaina, they slowly rebuild yung kanilang very important paperwork.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. ruminating over the depth and gravity of the moment called it a great loss for all of us on the untimely demise of one of his first appointees to his cabinet and close ally, Department of Market Workers Secretary Susan Toots Ople. Visibly affected by the unwelcome news, the president called Ople a friend and likened her to her father and former labor secretary under his father's administration. The erstwhile and first Department of Migrant Workers chief struggled and eventually lost her battle with breast cancer. This is Naomi Tiborsio. I'll be back with more updates. Keep it here with PTV News Now.